Say what I.
Good morning, and welcome to your favorite variety show, giving you the latest and greatest news in our opinion, your opinion, everyone's opinion. I'm one of your hosts, Vince Vibes, giving you Football Focus.
You're back with Dustin with Diddy Digest. Oh, I mean Drama Digest? We'll see.
Oh, no.
Slip of the tongue there.
Oh, no Diddy.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. Give it about 40 minutes.
I'm Anthony with Showbiz Spotlight.
Steven as the game guru.
And wow, what a interesting start to the show today was.
You know, it really was. There was quite a conversation happening in this booth before the cameras or the mic started rolling.
There's a reason I don't talk much.
And but now we're here. We're here to give you a good show. What a busy week that I think we've all been having, but at least I have. I don't know.
You know, it feels like the week just can't come to an end soon enough.
Yeah, agreed.
We're like what?
Living for the weekend.
We're like halfway through this semester, just about. I think so. About
But
5-6 weeks in.
But we're almost to spring break.
That's
Don't
true,
forget about
but
that.
It's starting to drag.
It
For me, at
is-
least.
it is
Well,
very much starting to drag.
I can't confirm or deny that, but I'm definitely looking forward to some spring break action for sure.
Yeah, we have a faculty here in our studio, so he
Making
cannot-
sure everything stays on the level.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna make sure you guys don't talk about anything too crazy or say any too
Right.
out of pocket remarks.
Says the guy that killed the Duolingo bird 2 weeks ago.
That is completely slanderous and without any basis in legal fact.
I don't know, Dustin, but anyways, here at Football Focus, I'll have a good show for you.
I do too. I think I teased a little bit what's going to happen.
I know,
A little bit of a
yeah,
return
right.
to form. You want to know what's happening with this guy because you're tuning in to this program.
Oh, the Duolingo bird's coming back.
No,
I wouldn't know anything about
no.
that.
I know. I don't
No.
think he's the
He can be
Duolingo
wherever
bird
he
is coming
wherever
back.
he wants to be, and probably is being now alive, well, somewhere.
But I think we're talking about Diddy over there on Drama Digest. What are we talking
That's
about on
correct.
Showbiz Spotlight?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Kind of a slow news week until just about 2 days ago.
Well, that's how it normally works. You know, you always gotta have that. We never know what we're gonna talk about until somebody dies or
Whoa.
Maybe two
something
people.
else.
How? Maybe more.
Maybe more.
Maybe not even all people.
Oh.
All right
That is
then.
the beginning of this show, guys.
What is his introduction? All
So what are you talking about?
People that die.
right, all right then.
I just guessed that, by the way. I did not know what he was talking about, so that's what makes it even funnier. What do you think about
Yes.
that?
We're re-entering back to the Switch Stew, and Astrobot Playroom for once got an update out of nowhere.
Interesting. Interesting.
Well,
Is that a game?
Yes.
Again,
Game of the year.
I
Where
don't-
were you?
Game of
Not
the
the
year.
playroom, but Astrobot.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, Steven. All right.
I'll explain more detail.
I was in a
later.
different kind of playroom that day, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
You need Jesus.
Oh,
I don't.
Oh man! But speaking of that, he's giving a milli there, a milli there. When we come back, we'll Football Focus. But first, a milli by Lil Wayne. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. And a little fun fact there, if you don't know, I am a conversion tech, or Vince Vibes talking here, is a conversion tech, and stagehand over at the Amalie Arena. And we just worked the Lil Wayne show, and we've talked about Lil Wayne before, quite a few actually, with the Super Bowl drama and all that. And he does sound incoherent for most of his time live.
That's not good.
I was gonna ask. How was it?
I have videos of Millie, what we just heard, and it definitely sounds better on the track.
Well, that's disappointing. Was he just tired, do you think? Has he been working too
No,
hard on
he
the road?
actually seems semi-sober.
Oh.
He like
Okay.
he was on he smoked 4 blunts,
Okay,
while we were watching.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's his
that's
average?
interesting.
Is that low? Is that high?
I don't know. I count it. I mean, it seems pretty low.
So-
He also seems to like he wasn't like drinking nothing or anything.
So he was smoking cigars. That's all we can really confirm.
Yeah. So you know,
Maybe his throat was just a little bit hoarse from all the cigars.
right there on the stage, they had to tear down right afterwards.
Did you meet him? Did you ask him about the Super Bowl?
You know, he didn't even show up to the arena till like 10 minutes before he was actually supposed to perform, but he was an hour late. So
Isn't he kind of known for that?
He didn't even show up to like 11.
Yeah, I wonder what he was doing. Do you think he was in one of the bars down here?
He loves skating. He was probably at the skate park here in Tampa.
Oh.
So
Well, any skaters listening, let us know if you saw Lil Wayne at the skate park. Somebody
go.
did, if true.
Did he do any sick tricks? Let us know.
I don't know. I mean, he probably played a lot of Tony Hawk. Was like,
Maybe that's what he was doing.
there you go.
Playing Tony Hawk in the trailer.
There you go.
Skip it. Is that it?
Well, now on to Football Focus. You know, Football Focus, we're in the off season still because of your, Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. They, hoisted the Lombardi Trophy, and
Woo!
thank you, Anthony. And now we're on to the combine in the off season, but we'll get more into that really next week. This week, there is a couple of major stories that I do want to talk about. First of all, we're talking about the Eagles, so I feel like we should start with this one. The Packers put in a proposal to ban the Tush Push as a play. First, they tried to stay secret about it, but then the Packers GM came out and was like, nope, we were the guys who did it. The Tush Push is a danger. It can hurt people. And also, we think it's unfair to bring momentum.
Okay.
All right. And then the Bills head coach comes out and says, yeah, we agree that it hurts people also. Okay?
Do we have statistics for who gets hurt on the Tush Push?
The NFL announced its internal data shows that the Tush Push play resulted in 0 injuries in 2024. 0. Okay? So this fake pushed agenda because they can't run the play better than we can.
They can't push Tush like we can.
No one can brotherly shove like we can, all right?
No one else's quarterback can bench
Listen.
600.
Nick Sirianni at the Combine made a statement about this and was like, we worked so hard on this play. Like, there's no reason that it should be banned. You can run this play. There's a lot of teams that have run this play.
There's been teams that actually run the play as well.
Packers have ran it against us in the wild card. It didn't work. Oh, the Bills have used it multiple times. It hasn't worked.
Yeah, because they suck at it.
It sounds like a skill issue.
It sounds like a skill issue. Legitimately, thank you. And it's not like, there's a real secret sauce to it that we have that the other teams don't. You can do the same thing.
Push.
It's just push.
Push the man.
Right. And to stop it, teams have stopped it. It is stoppable. You have to just turn Jalen Hurts. Make sure he doesn't put the ball over the line. The Buccaneers D-line is good at stopping the Tush Push.
I've seen in many games versus the Bucs versus the Eagles, and they've been able to stop it.
Right. All
I
right.
would have loved to see a 40-plus-year-old Aaron Rodgers get Tush pushed into the end zone.
Well, it's still very much a possibility because, to moving into our second point here, we have the quarterback drama of who's
I'm
going where.
I didn't know what he's going to talk about. And I'm like...
Well, we're going to talk about how Matthew Stafford has a really good chance of leaving the Rams now, which opens up the opportunity for Aaron because Matthew Stafford had a little ski trip with Tom Brady. And if you don't know, Tom Brady is now a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. They're currently in need of a quarterback. They just hired Pete Carroll as their head coach. And apparently at the skiing trip, they had a big conversation, and Tom Brady made a big push to have Matthew Stafford be the next quarterback of the Las Vegas Rams.
Okay.
Raiders. I apologize. Now, with that, the LA Rams opens up their quarterback position if he goes away, and Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, they seem to be buddies for each other. They seem to really love each other because wherever one will go, the other will follow. Because basically, they've said that if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Rams, he most likely will bring Devontae Adams with him.
Because that works so well with them on the Jets.
I know, right? And well, I think the Jets is a cancer culture kind of place, anyways. The owner was given an F- between their own players and staff.
Yep.
I didn't even know F- could exist.
The worst performance review pop.
I can't believe you grade things in your like faculty and like the stuff that goes on in your buildings, like cafeteria stuff with rank like letter grades. But that's a conversation for later.
You think anyone in the team gets a little upset and like, we're gonna put your little sticker on in the little red zone because you're getting a little too heated?
Yeah, well, apparently, speaking of this, since we're on this topic, the Cincinnati Bengals got an F in their cafe because they don't even offer 3 meals a day.
Who's letting this information leak? What's happening?
No, it's not.
Hungry players.
It's not information. It's public information that gets out every year of the rankings of each place and like certain
where the
topics
Eagles
within
rank?
the place.
I'll have to put you on the spot.
Oh man. I know they were B in ownership. I think B+ in coach. I think A in cafeteria.
We're
but
passing.
I'm not
That's a pass.
sure.
That's passing.
I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on those. But not what we're talking about on our third story. We're talking about how the
1 for 2.
I know 1 for 2
Or 2 for 1. How's it
or
go?
2 for 1. I don't know. Anyways, so the Chain Gang is going away following this upcoming season. If you don't know,
Say what? Excuse me?
the Chain Gang is a measurement of how they would line up to see if a team's got the first down or not.
Oh, I've seen those guys.
Yeah, when they're moving the chain. Okay,
Right. Going forward, it's all going to be electronic. So, thank you, Elon Musk, ruining more jobs with your robots. But no, this should be good. I mean, unfortunately, with chain gangs and the referees, it's too much bias, or it could swing one way, or a lot of mistakes happen with humans, unfortunately. And with this electronic system to measure first downs, maybe we haven't seen it in action, of course, but I will give it faith that it will work better and give more accurate calls and situations. But there's only one way we can really see, and that'll be to watch how it all unfolds in this upcoming season. Yep. Now, that has pretty much been the football focus of this week. Next week, we're going to be talking about the combine. Maybe, we'll go more into those rankings of letter grades of different stuff.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Yeah, I know.
I particularly like the
Minus.
cafeteria stat. That's probably my favorite.
Y'all seem to like that, so we'll probably
Steven,
go.
you're
do
going to
more.
walk on to the NFL, right? You got to know which team to go to.
Well, I'm telling you got to play for the Hawks football team.
There isn't one, but you could play
Then what have I been filming this past year?
basketball.
What you do in your personal time?
Right.
Really need to know.
Oh no. Is that the Hawk Tua football?
Is that what she's?
Yeah,
That's what she's been the whole time.
She coaches 13U Little League football.
God. No.
Steven, when we come back, what are we talking about? Game Guru.
Switch to an Astrobot player.
And you can find us on hawkradio.primo stream.
Yeah,
and Steven, you can't join the Hawk football team because it doesn't exist, but you can join the Hawk basketball team. And here's Hard in the Paint, Waka Flocka Flame, because I know my boy will go hard in the paint. Ain't that right, Steven?
Yeah, that's right.
When we come back, Game Guru. And we're back with the game guru. You know how to hit it off, Steven. Give us your lovely intro.
My all iconic intro. All right, get ready for the volumes go up.
I'm turning you down. Don't worry.
Can you smell what gaming's been cooking? All right.
What gaming has been cooking? Tell us.
All right, we got the Switch 2. This is 100%. I know for a fact this is fake, but it's been rumored.
Nice.
But I do
Good information for the fans.
Let me finish
Before I be giving latest and greatest news, and this guy.
I have some false information for everyone today.
I'm about to lie to you for the next 10
Let me
minutes.
freaking
Fake
finish.
news.
Oh,
Fake
boy.
news on Weekly Roundup.
All right, Orange Man. Jesus.
On HC
Orange
video.
Orange Man.
Get you a gold.
All right, there's been rumors that all of us grew up with the DS, correct?
I was a big DS fan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also had a DS. It was one of the first
So-
systems
Game Boy.
I had.
Game Boy Advance? No?
I had a Game Boy Advance.
There you go.
All right, close enough. Close enough.
It's just the evolution, the timeline.
Nintendo DS was my first system.
All right, there's rumors that there's a slight chance there might be a dual screen feature for Nintendo the Switch 2. You just gotta buy another screen
How's that
and
work?
connected. Apparently, you separate the Joy-Cons, flip the system over, connect them again where you know where the charging port is.
Uh-huh.
You connect another screen and boom, that's it.
But isn't the Switch screen already kind of rectangular? Isn't that way too big?
So I'm not talking about that flipping onto the side. I'm talking about the freaking just flip it over completely where the charging port is.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah, and then connect another screen, and then boom, you got a similar Switch 2 with a DS feature that so-called show games that gives that opportunity. All that stuff. But I kind of that in a way. It also shows a motion camera. You know, like in the Wii and the Wii U had a motion sensor that certain games gives off sometimes. Not all the games.
Anybody remember Xbox Connect, or am I dating myself again?
No,
I know about it.
I know about it.
I don't think it never took off, did it?
No, it was horrible.
Sorry, I don't know
It
why
did
it
better.
was
It did better somehow than the PlayStation.
Well, because the
equivalent.
PlayStation one, you had to buy those stupid wands too.
Yeah.
The Xbox, you could just at least use your hands.
Yeah.
There was some good games on the Kinect. I had a 360. I had the Kinect with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
PlayStation, yes. I don't know.
Did you buy the wands?
I did not buy the ones.
So you couldn't get the full PlayStation.
It
experience.
sounds like I wasn't missing much.
no, but
I was a Nintendo Wii
I
guy,
feel
though.
like the Kinect was
Oh, yeah.
actually a lot of fun. I don't know.
You like the Kinect? Wait, what did you play on Kinect?
There was like the Kinect Sports one where you
Oh yeah.
hole in the wall. Like, do you remember?
Okay.
No,
Oh,
that,
That's
I
what I'm
played
saying.
that
It never
one.
made it past like the party phase.
Yeah.
Of
But
using
Yeah.
it.
still,
Like the novelty
but
of
that
it.
was the whole deal.
Yeah,
It was
That's
a
the whole
party thing.
It's
But
a
like,
gimmick, kind of.
Well, yeah, but like with family and stuff, it made like
More-
even like those dance games a little.
Yeah,
better,
like
'cause
dance,
you didn't-
like dance,
Yeah.
Just Dance or
Yeah,
Dance
Just
Dance
Dance,
Revolution, that type of baloney malarkey.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
just dropping some
I
hard
remember doing the
malarkey.
social. Oh my goodness!
But
We still haven't played
I
that.
do kind of like
Oh.
But
that holding my laughter right now.
Wait, are these
man.
features people want?
No, it's
A
just
motion camera and a dual screen.
I don't know. It's again, I digress that it's real. There's no official post on TikTok, not on X, aka Twitter, whatever you like to call it. I don't care. I'll prefer calling it Twitter at the end of the day. W. Nothing on YouTube, nothing on Instagram, nothing on
So where'd you get this information?
so, because this is how I know it's fake. I looked it up.
Is it like a dream?
No, this is how some random post like on
the
TikTok.
Nintendo gods came to him.
But
Mario and Luigi.
Mr. Nintendo himself whispered in your ear, dual screen.
yeah, but I know I looked this up for occasionally to make sure.
Where did you look this up?
Cool, what do you freaking think?
We don't know.
Google.
I look up does the Nintendo Switch 2 will have dual screen? Right there, Google will tell you no.
Pull it up, Jamie. Then why are we talking
That's
about
big.
it?
Look it up.
Bing will say yes.
Pull it up.
But it's 100% fake. Like
Anyways, while Jamie fact checks this, let's get back on track. What else? Any other
Astrobot Playroom has an official update out of nowhere. I'm guessing due to the fact that, Astrobot gets successful and due to the PS5 Pro, PS5 Slim, and...
Will the Switch 2 have dual screen?
He's asking
crazy. Well, a special guest in the studio with us today, Siri.
The Nintendo Switch 2 is rumored to have a dual screen design. The second screen could be used for streaming, chatting, and customizing gameplay. I'm sorry, Steven,
Bro, you got that from the Google AI overview.
What else do you need? It's correct 100%.
100%. Even the Weekly Roundup, we only find the latest and greatest news.
Ask the AI if you can use antifreeze as a coffee sweetener. It'll probably say it is sweet.
Well, you can.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I mean, DeepSeek might tell you a true answer. I don't know about
actually, DeepSeek, they're trying to make it so that if you download that, you get 20 years in prison. So we're not going to be saying anything nice about DeepSeek.
Oh,
for matters of national security.
Oh, God.
You should probably get rid of that.
I think I'll face the consequences.
Ask the AI how to get off the grid.
We got the grid for my kids.
I'm sorry, Steven.
No, you're good. This is hilarious. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this a lot.
Steven, when is the last time that game got an update?
I
mean, has it been years?
I think since the PS5 dropped.
So that's like 2022.
That's quite a while. That's quite a while.
The whole purpose of Playroom was to get to know the PlayStation 5. That was it.
That was true. It was just like
to show you what's
from the PS5.
Yeah, like how powerful is the PS5, how much memory it has, how much RAM it has, how powerful the core is, all that baloney, and you just end it off with a mini boss of a PS1 T-Rex that afterwards second phase happens.
Wasn't the PS5? Wasn't the PS4 with like the motion controls?
Yeah, no, it was the PS5. PS4 introduced that, but
I'm saying Astrobot didn't come with the PS4 because of the motion controls.
Ask Siri.
I feel like there was a Playroom for the PS4 too.
No, it wasn't Astrobot, but I feel like that was the big gimmick for PS4.
No, it was just the Playroom. The Playroom was the introduction of get to know the console. That's it.
Even I thought you were the game guru.
No, I am the game guru.
How dare you?
Guys,
I'm sorry for asking such difficult questions. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for asking the Almighty. Please continue, Guru.
But like I mentioned before, this new update introduced a couple new bots, new artifacts, and a new area for, like I said before, the PS5 Pro, a couple of the new stuff that Sony dropped for the PlayStation 5. And that's mostly it. With additional, I do want to talk because today I just watched a little bit for Pokemon, the Pokemon Showcase a little bit. I saw a little glimpse of Pokemon Legends ZA. So far, looks actually good.
Legendary Pokézah.
It's been fun.
Games, huh?
Yep. And apparently suing the competition.
Oh, Digimon?
No,
Power is it Power World?
Power World, yeah.
Usually they're powers in the balls. Like that's the gimmick.
Like they removed that feature. Now you don't.
So wait, no, you can continue.
Yeah, at least for that now the animation, like instead of you throwing, it's like boom, that's it. It's like an instant.
They should have it where you can't have an egg. That's distinct from a ball.
Listen, too rich for my blood. Throwing eggs in there. That's a goal.
I do want to talk about while we're here how Warner Brothers shut down 3 studios, including the developers that made Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. If you don't know, a big component of that game is the Nemesis system.
Yep.
It was like one of the best systems in gaming that I've played in a long time.
It is so cool.
I do not like Lord of the Rings at all, but like the whole like Nemesis, like it just draws you in. So basically, you can make like a lowly grunt into
like the hot, yeah.
Right.
I love that.
depending on how you play, if the guy kills you over and over again, he can come back from the dead. Anyways, they have that locked behind a patent to 2036.
That's so dumb.
So that system will probably never be used again in a video game. Multiverses, as you know, is being shut down.
Oh yeah, I figured.
The Wonder Woman game that they were working on for 4 years that supposedly had the Nemesis system in it is now canceled.
They were finally going to use it.
Multiverses is that like Smash?
Yeah, it was like a competition for Smash Brothers and like Brawlhalla as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the multiverse wasn't really a big thing. Same goes to Nickelodeon.
LeBron James in it.
It did have our Lord and Savior LeBron.
Wait. How will this affect LeBron's legacy?
How will this affect LeBron's legacy? No,
I mean, he's still going. It's just the game that's kicking it.
But that's, I think, mostly everything to say. Thank you for that additional info, Vince.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's dumb that Wonder Brothers did that in general, knowing that the Nemesis system, like they said, and I can agree on that 100%. It's a good feature for a game.
Yeah,
and we'll never see a game like that.
No,
to have that.
Well, at least not until 2036. Yeah. I always thought it would have been cool in like a Grand Theft Auto type game. You could have like a detective. You get busted, he'll like be on your case more or something like that. There's a lot they could do with it.
Oh, that's trouble. Sounds like it'd be hell.
That's the point.
That's the point of it. But to make it more difficult,
think about all the jobs lost.
100%.
WB is kind of like that kid where it's like if nobody's playing with it, if I'm not having fun, nobody can.
Yeah,
have
like
fun.
if I can't
they
have
took their ball and went home.
Right, for real.
In a way, it's like if I can't have any money, none y'all gonna get any. That's literally what is happening.
They said they're gonna focus on the Hogwarts Legacy 2. I guess they have some new DC games in the works. But,
like what? Every time they do drop one, it cancels.
I know, but Kill the Justice League was the last game.
The Hogwarts game was a disappointment.
Yeah, so did I.
People were really excited for it, and they realized there just wasn't much content.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make a second one of that?
Of course.
That's a
Harry Potter fan base. They'll buy anything at this point. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But allegedly.
How's he gonna do it?
Again, still, it's not stupid, but it is what it is, though. What were you going to say, Vince?
No. Let you go finish your segment. Is there anything else you want to say, Mr. Game Guru, before we? No,
I think that's everything.
Man, the Switch 2 is coming on soon, like you said. I really don't have a good one to tell you.
Hold on. DS release date. Hold on.
Oh, another DS.
I looked up relationship by accident.
So
DS has a relationship.
To be honest,
2004. Work with that somehow.
Well, back in 2004, there's a lot of good music. I remember listening to.
And we're back. And where can you find us, Mr. Game Guru?
ACC.hawkradio.primo stream. And I think
that was so sad.
That was sad.
Now, so primostream.com.
Are you okay, Steven?
I don't know.
The Game Guru just got all this energy taken away from him.
Well, he expended it all.
I did not slept well last night. So.
Oh, my God.
None of us slept last night.
As Dustin was saying during our time, I could have segued that with, Soulja Boy having his own gaming console system, the Soulja Boy. That
now, are they going to drop a new one, do we think? What do you think?
Has since not been in production since, COVID time. But,
well, yeah, he got sued. For that, so that
it was just a bunch of fake stolen games on a system.
It just looks like an Xbox.
Yeah,
Nice.
Can I buy one? Hold on.
Buy one right now.
If you can buy one,
I bet they're so expensive. They definitely have them on eBay.
Now
I can buy a PlayStation Classic for $100.
Mm-hmm.
None of this is the console. What is this?
I don't know. Anyways, Drama Digest.
All right, Drama Digest time. So I think our listeners at this point, they're really only getting updates on this Diddy case from us. And there's a pretty big update that just came out recently. Diddy's lawyer, he quits. He quit the whole team, and he said that under no circumstances can I continue this case. Now, for a little bit of context, his lawyer, his name is Anthony Rico. He's defended some people. I think the most high-profile case he had was he defended. Any guesses? Any guesses who he might have defended?
Who
Osama bin Laden.
Oh,
Whoa. What's he doing these days?
Well, he is deceased.
Oh,
But his son was recently kicked out of a European nation for promoting terrorism. So the family business is still going strong. A little stronger than Diddy's case is going to be looking after this, because it's never a good look when a high-profile attorney quits on a high-profile celebrity case like this. It could be for any number of reasons, right? But it makes it look to the audience, or to the jury, that he doesn't have a lot of faith that he's going to win this case.
Right. Yeah. No, that definitely is the sentiment that there is no.
you saying he had faith going in that he was going to win the case?
Well, it sounds like he might have. And look, this is not proven. I'm just guessing here, but he might have seen some evidence and said, "We're cooked." And
is that the technical term?
It is. That's the legal term. I have been paid for my legal advice by people in the past, so I kind of know a little bit about.
It's just like, hey, Diddy.
Frankly, I think you're cooked.
On a background episode of Better Call Saul, which
that's the lawyer show, which I was involved in the production of, so I know a little bit about these things.
Dude, Walter.
Walter. You're cooked, Walter.
The kid named
that was the kid named Finger.
Oh Lord!
Now it does kind of make me wonder, though. How much faith did he have that he was going to be able to successfully defend Bin Laden? Because that was a pretty cut and dried case as well. So
so this lawyer has an infamous time.
It sounds like he doesn't have a good track record.
Right.
Yeah.
the two cases so far.
I wouldn't hire him. But then hopefully I wouldn't ever have to, but I would definitely never have the money to hire him. So
Yep.
I don't have to worry about that.
Well, now that he's out of the question, does Diddy represent himself?
Diddy still has 2 to 3 other lawyers that have remained on the case, but they're not as high profile. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be hilarious.
Amazing.
On TV.
Yeah, for real. That's like a TV episode. Like Diddy goes up and he's like, it's Diddy on the track here. And
did you guys see him on It's Always Sunny? When he was playing a doctor, he just busts out that bass guitar,
yes.
do, and just looks right in the jury's eyes.
Very creepy. Very creepy.
Now, speaking of high profile and creepy, we got another story that's kind of similar. The DOJ is expected to release the full unredacted Epstein files today.
I fully doubt that.
I
100% do not believe it. I believe more in the Switch 2 having dual screen than this thing being unaltered.
Not to get too political, but I think there might be a certain somebody that might be very eager to want to stop that from getting released.
It's gonna be a list with 5 people on it. Like, man, that's the whole list.
And a certain president is on that list. I'm very.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my God, Washington.
It's the Gulf of America, the red, white, and blue land.
Oh my God, please.
All right. This is no place for your leftist agenda.
Can we all pool together $5 million to get that card?
Well, I think we already have all the benefits of the card. You know,
but it'd
so
be
we're
nice
good.
to show it off. You know,
That would
I
be
have
cool.
it and you don't.
That would be really cool.
The Trump card.
I think other countries should start doing that for a lot cheaper. Imagine you spend like $10,000 and you get to be a citizen of
Go ahead.
I don't know, the Bahamas or something.
Ooh,
That'd be nice, right? Get a gold card. I hope it gets you out of minor legal troubles, like misdemeanors or something. Misdemeanors are below. You flash the gold card.
you
You're
think
off.
you got the idea after working at McDonald's because they have like their gold card or whatever.
He's like, and then the fries go in, and then they give me this nice gold card.
It's a wonderful thing. They're salty. They're crunchy. They're hot. Just like.
Why do
I'm not gonna say like.
Well,
And audio only listeners, he's here. He's actually.
Special guest in from his resort here in the state. Came into the studio today. Nice to meet you guys. I love what you're doing. I like the game guru. He does fake news. We love fake news.
Oh man! After all this, I feel like we need to be, wiped down. Hey,
well, if that's the kind of thing you're into, you can do that after the show, I guess. But anyways, guys, speaking of doing crazy stuff, keep an eye open for those DOJ files. If they get released, you guys are gonna have to, I don't know. You already cut your hair off. Maybe you'll have to cut your beard off if they release the unredacted files. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll save that for the Eagles winning.
That's for the three-peat.
Yeah, for the three-peat. So if we win, the hair goes and the beard goes for the second one.
What about
if we win 3 in a row?
The eyebrows?
The eyebrows.
Not a single hair on that man.
Single hair.
But
Howard Roseman, if you're listening, make it happen.
I hope you guys can digest all that, but that's about all the drama I have for you today.
When we get back, we'll do a little bit of showbiz spotlight, but like I teased earlier, I feel like I need to be wiped down after listening to all that drama digest. There was a lot to take there, a lot of interesting information about Epstein and Diddy. But here's Wipe Me Down by Trill Family. Back with a little bit of showbiz spotlight. But first, Dustin, where can you find us?
You can find us on HCC Hawk Radio at Primo Stream, but don't include a .com. If you do, you'll be banished to the shadow realm. But there's a rumor going around out there, which I know isn't true. But if you use .program, you can actually find us.
I don't know. /program.
/program is even more confusing.
I know.
Is Slash here in the building with us now?
Oh, dude, what a star-studded. Oh my God, he's here.
What do you got for us, Anthony?
Yeah.
Oh God, so it was kind of a slow news week for the whole showbiz thing. I think people were still focused on the whole SAG Awards thing that happened last week, but none of us watched that, so I didn't want to bring it up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Until about last night, I got this hot drop news on me right near. Good old Gene Hackman, dead at 94, but that's not it. His wife, also found dead. His dog, also found dead. Everyone living in his home in New Mexico found dead last night.
Now that's pretty strange.
I didn't think it was strange at first because Gene Hackman's like 94 years old, and I was like, okay, how old is his wife?
If the audience doesn't know, who is Gene Hackman?
So he's
been in a lot of things. He was in The Quick and the Dead. He was in Young Frankenstein, if you guys ever saw that movie.
The original Superman movie.
He was Lex Luthor in the original Superman movie. He's been in a ton of movies, mostly from like the 80s, 90s, early 2000s.
He officially retired in like the 70s. So yeah, he's not, not in
his 70s.
Not in the zeitgeist right now, let's say. But
well, for film buffs.
Yeah, there you go.
Film buffs see him.
But see, here at HCC, radio and television kind of gets grouped together into one associates program. I'm more of the radio side when it comes to my buff thing. Right. So the film thing kind of. So I didn't quite know who that was, but thank you for informing.
Anyway, no problem. So yeah, he was 94, so him dying, I thought was.
Like normal,
right?
natural.
I keep reading the article, and it's like, his wife's like 64.
How old was the dog?
She's dog. Oh, listen, I don't know. Rest in peace, the dog.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, okay, that's getting even stranger. And then the police confirmed that also the dog was found dead. And I'm like, all right,
yeah, that's questionable.
But this happened last night.
What's the dog doing?
Nothing, apparently. It's all still pretty new, pretty fresh. The investigation's ongoing.
Now, there are rumors that I heard that could be carbon monoxide, but there's no evidence of that.
No evidence. Yeah, they wrote out foul play, which I feel like they always rule.
They always say that until they rule it back in. They don't want the suspect to get antsy.
That is true. I think that is a known tactic.
It definitely is.
People are dying.
People are dying.
People are.
Someone else who passed away, unfortunately, about 2-3 days ago. Michelle, I already forgot to say her name.
Trachtenberg. Not Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah, right.
Dead at 39 years old. She was very prominent in the 2000s.
Yeah, she was. She was in Mean Girls, right?
I don't think it was Mean. It was Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl. That's what it was.
Weeds.
She was in Weeds.
A few other things. 39 years old. Really freaking young.
Yeah,
same situation. They wrote out foul play. They're still trying to figure out what happened. They found her unresponsive in her Manhattan apartment, I want to say. So this is trying to figure that one out.
Very unfortunate.
That kind of reminds me of some news came out recently about Matthew Perry. You guys remember Matthew Perry died a few years ago from Friends, also from Fallout New Vegas. He voiced Benny. He ain't a fink, dig? If you remember that game.
Guru
No, they found out recently that he had been given 37 shots of ketamine in the days leading up to his drowning.
Jesus.
So that's a lot of ketamine.
Yeah, the man.
That's a lot.
37.
Oh,
37 in 3 days.
So, we were gonna talk about that case on the air, but everyone who has been the 2 doctors, his assistant, and a other supplier of ketamine have all been arrested in that case. They're all facing legal charges. Now they haven't been sentenced. I don't think any of them have yet. I'm not 100% sure. But we do know that unfortunately they definitely took advantage of him and knew that he had an addiction and a problem and was trying to prescribe and give him as much as possible.
Yeah, that's kind of how the business goes. It seems like they'll just keep prescribing things as long as you're able to keep paying for it.
Yeah, so the money keeps coming in.
Yeah.
But now the money stopped, so I think they might have overprescribed.
Move on to the next person.
Are there any other famous people that do a lot of ketamine that we can think of that have been high profile in the news lately?
I don't know. I am meme,
I've become meme. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, what does that even mean? We're getting canceled.
You know what? I should talk about that next week because that's worth a whole deep dive, I think.
I mean, he's definitely worth an interesting look at what he's doing to the government. But
I think his personal life is even more interesting. I will get into it next week.
Let's say that Elon Musk is the topic of Drama Digest next week. I will not be here next week, so it'll just be the 3 of y'all.
That is correct.
I know Football Focus will be in y'all's hands. So we did talk about how I was going to talk about the Combine. I guess I'm not going to talk about the Combine next week. That'll be 2 weeks from now. If y'all don't talk about it, y'all can talk about the letters and grades or whatever. But y'all
we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we will figure it out
next week. What an interesting episode.
What a show we had.
I think we're getting canceled.
No.
Well, catch us while you still can at hawkradio.primo stream.
Yeah, catch us while you still can at hawkradio.primo stream. I feel like we've been ending this out with this.
Oh, good.
All right.
Classic.
Outro music is great.
Catch y'all in the next episode.
Bye.
Peace.